For full episodes as they air, listen to Grant's Rants Hollywood Talk on Stitcher, Apple Podcasts, and blogtalkradio.com/Grants Rants.
Broadcasting from Hollywood, California, it's Grant's Rants Hollywood Talk.
We pretend to care about Beyonce's twins. Lena Dunham still can't keep her clothes on. Amanda Bynes announces her return to Hollywood, and Emmy campaigns and handmaids take over LA. That and more with Marisa Guterman right here. Let the ranting begin. I'm sitting across from writer-producer Marisa Guterman.
Oh, hi, Grant.
Hello. We must talk about how we know one another. I like to say Marisa is the female version of me.
Oh my God, thank you so much. I wish I was as thin and pretty as you, but
well, thank you.
What can I do?
Are you kidding me? You should see what Marissa's wearing here.
I never leave my girls at home.
They're here.
There are three of us. They were upset that they didn't get their own microphones, but what can I say?
They're nestled nicely between the new microphones.
Yes, they are. I'm keeping them warm. It's a great look for me. I'm also in summer white, which is unusual.
I know. I feel like I've only seen you in black.
In black, yeah.
Yes.
I'm mourning my existence, pretty much.
Except that we went to the Beverly Hills Hotel, and you were in that long white coat. Stunning.
Oh, excuse me. I'm so glad that you brought that up. Was that not the best night? Are you going to tell them what we did?
Yeah, let's talk about it.
That was the best night. Okay, so you
took over the hotel.
We took over the hotel. By the way, the area that we're in right now looks like the Beverly Hills Hotel.
High compliments.
I mean it. I don't throw it around. I sincerely meant it. So we're at the Beverly Hills Hotel. Grant has like a few of us. And there's this really loud Persian bar mitzvah. It's so over the top. And I dressed up because we were at the Beverly Hills Hotel and we were getting cocktails.
Yeah, I had a blazer on. So
you were so handsome.
Oh, thank you.
And so we decided to crash the Persian bar mitzvah.
More than once?
More than once. And my favorite part about it was that they had bags so that you could take candy. It was incredible. Plus, I look Persian, so everyone was like, of course she's here. Like someone almost said June to me when I walked in. It was very exciting.
I loved that. I mean, we kept going for more and more candy. That was great. I mean, some of it was a little tacky.
It was a little tacky. The bar mitzvah was a little tacky. Yeah. I'll tell you what was also tacky. The beer nuts that I thought that they had at the cocktail place at the Beverly Hills Hotel. I'm like, I think it's $20 a cocktail. You could supply us with more. You're basically asking us to go downstairs to the bar mitzvah right now.
They forced us into it. That was such a great night. And God, I mean, it seems like forever ago already because it was, February? So,
stop. Was it that long ago?
So we're going to have to do it again.
Wait, what month is it? Where am I?
June. Can you believe it?
June.
I want to give a shout out to Blake V, who did the voiceover for Grant's Rants for so long. We've changed voiceover to this new one. I've got some good reactions, so I'm excited about that. And we changed because Blake and I are no longer speaking. No, I'm just kidding. No, Blake and I are at a very good place, and I want to say thank you to Blake for doing the voiceover for so long. And it's been 60 shows, and
oh my God.
I like to give things
mix it up.
Yeah, they say with podcasting that you're supposed to be very consistent, but I also feel like a show is a living, breathing thing that you have to kind of evolve and keep going. So I don't want to fall behind.
I love it.
I love the new sound, and I'm excited for new stuff, to be rolled out along the way. I don't know when, but a lot of stuff.
Can I just say that I love your sound? Like no one else sounds like you. It's beautiful. It's like music to my ears. If I could only listen to you, I would be okay with that. And your grandma.
Well, yes. Well, yes, the queen of everything.
So sad she's not here today.
Well, she was here last week.
Desperately sad I missed her.
Yes. I don't know where I'm going with this, but let's talk about some of these topics. Now we all have to pretend that we care. Beyonce is going to be, perhaps she already did. This is like the Paschal mystery. Did she have these twins? Are they two girls? Where is she? Where are they? Why does Solange not have any tour dates? Why do I care?
I'm like enjoying the podcast as it's going along. I hope that's okay.
No,
but
this is
really,
great.
I don't care. I don't care about Beyonce. Someone's going to find me. They're going to tie me up. I like Rihanna. You had the baby or you didn't have the baby. The babies. I think the most exciting part about her whole pregnancy was the picture.
Yeah, and even that was a turnoff to me.
It was a turnoff.
Yeah, because I just feel like it's too showboaty. Remember when she had the first kid and she went on that, I think it was the VMAs, and she rubbed her belly? Like, she makes a big deal out of it all. I think she takes herself too seriously, and that's what turns me off. I feel like you need to, like me, I mean, you need to just make fun of yourself as much as you can.
Yeah, Beyonce, please be more like Grant Rudder. Thank you. If you're listening. I completely agree. It's like, can you tone it down? You've been famous for 20 years. Aren't you over it yet? Mm-hmm. I really miss her mother doing her wardrobe, though. That's kind of my favorite part about Beyonce.
Oh, really? What were some of the highlights?
Oh, my God. It was terrible early 2000s, which was just a rough time in fashion anyway. But it was all this matchy shit and like bold fabrics. It was so tacky. It was so gaudy. I loved it. I miss her. Come back.
Yeah.
Maybe she'll do
Beyonce.
the outfits for the twins.
Oh, yeah. The mother. What's the mother's name?
Oh, that's a good question.
Yeah, I don't remember, but yeah.
I don't know. Her dad doesn't remember the mother's name either.
Oh, that's true.
Oy.
Yeah. So Obama apparently outed that she's having two girls with a congratulatory message to Jay-Z because he got into something, the Songwriting Hall of Fame. Good for him. So they had to put out like a video of Obama, kissing up to him, which I think is kind of ridiculous. But he says, Jay and I are also fools for our daughters, though he's going to have me beat once those two twins show up. So that leads everyone to believe in us. Twitter went wild. And I feel like, am I missing out on something? So the only queen to me is the Britney Spears.
Thank you. That's it. Madonna, sit down. Britney, bitch. That's where it's at. I know. When I watched that clip about Obama, I was like, did I miss something? Like, why is everybody freaking out? Like, I didn't even really catch on to it. Maybe it's because I don't care. Yeah. Maybe that's what it's about. I just don't care. And also, so sad. Obama just needs attention right now. He's willing to do that kind of a tribute to Jay-Z. He's looking for things to do right now.
I think he is looking for things to do.
He's bored.
Yeah. Who can blame him? So UCLA, apparently they shut down a floor, and this, I mean, if you just Google Beyonce right now, and this, at the time of recording this show, we don't know if she had an alien, a boy, a girl, or in between. We don't know.
2 aliens.
Yes, why not? But apparently there's a lot of suspicious packages being brought in and out of the hospital, gender neutral things.
God.
So everyone's watching every single thing coming in and out. And I really just don't see, I don't get it. I don't get the...
So sad. Also, like...
There's nothing really, honestly, it's a slow news week. I think people just need something.
They need something. Beyonce gives hope to a part of the population. I'm not going to take that away from them. I hope that the kids are cuter this time. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that.
No, you can,
I just went for
you
it.
can say it, yeah.
A face only a mother could love. I'm sorry.
Well, a face the mother loves and sleeps next to. Yes, she's coming into her own.
She's going to be great. She's going to hit
either
her
way.
Kylie Jenner stage, and she's going to be unbelievable looking.
The life she'll have is just going to be wonderful. So I wish Blue Ivy nothing but the best.
I'm going to be sad in my mid-40s looking at her, and I'm going to be like, God, she's so hot now. I wish for the days when she was 5.
I love it. Oh, God. So, yeah, no, the whole thing with Beyonce, I wasn't behind the Lemonade thing. And I know this is the unpopular opinion, but look, I'm not going to sit here and fake it. To me, I'm good. I don't know.
Grant, I'd rather have a Crystal Light just like you. I'd have an orange Crystal Light. I'm over the lemonade. I think we're done. Let's take a pass.
Yes. Yeah, let's move on to the next one.
Thank God.
And now for my rant of the day.
Grant Rant of the Day.
My rant of the day has to go to the Lena Dunham, who just drives me crazy on every level. I don't know, I know now Marisa is highly conservative, a Trump supporter, so we're not going to have a lot in common in this conversation. So where do you stand on Lena Dunham? By the way, Marissa's the most liberal person I know.
Okay, so I read this article about the selfie that she posts, but let me say, when she first came out, I was like, what is this? This is so ingratiating, so into herself. I just thought she lacked any self-awareness, and I found her like nails on a chalkboard. I just didn't, tiny furniture, like, I want money to be paid to have seen that movie for free.
Amen.
Like, it
Amen.
just, I can't. But I recently rewatched the pilot, like a week and a half ago.
Oh, girls?
Yeah. And I was like, she's not fat. Like, what's up? Everyone was saying, oh, it's so brave of her to be. I'm like, this girl's like a size 8. I think everyone needs to take it down a notch.
Yeah.
It was offensive. I think she's really into her own opinion, but now being in 2017, I'm kind of grateful for some of the things that she started because I think they weren't conversations that were happening before. And I never need to see her tits again. I never need to see them.
Well, that's the whole thing. That's it's just so gratuitous. That photo she posted. If you didn't see it, don't bother. So there's like 2 pear emojis over her breasts, and then a honey.
It was a honey pot
on her vag. And it's like, okay.
How much did you hate saying the word vag just then?
Oh, it doesn't mean anything to me. I don't care. No, but just looking at her, I just feel like I'm so tired of her having something to prove to the world. You know, if you do stand for something, then own it, say it, and this is who I am. But you have to be sent out these constant reminders, these Instagram pictures. To me, it's beyond a message now. It's just like, here I am.
You're so right,
here are my
but that
boobs.
was what was
Here's the vag.
conflicting. It was like, you've shown us all of this. Like, we're on board with you. What's the new thing that you're saying here?
Right.
Like, I didn't feel like it was anything new.
Right.
I'm like, well, now are you trying to be sexy? Weren't you trying to be sexy while you were having sex on the show? I'm just confused. Like, you don't have a new message here. We've seen your tits. They're perky, shockingly so. Enjoy that. Wax your vag if you feel like it.
Yeah, I don't care for her. I just never did. However, I do share an opinion with her when it comes to Bill Cosby. The mistrial was announced. Just a horrible thing. So what she did say about that, she said, when women see justice served, their own fears and trauma are eased. And that's true, but not in this case. And look, just because he got a mistrial doesn't mean he won anything. It's a lose-lose for both sides.
It's a lose-lose, but it's a win for him. I mean, I think what's frustrating is because of how the laws are set up in Philadelphia, that this woman's case, that it was a mistrial, because I think if it had been done in a different state, then it might have resulted in a different outcome. But like some of the parts where she's incapacitated and can't remember what happened, like, yeah, isn't that part of the problem? What a fucking schmuck. Bring your cane, do a dance, like go yourself, stick it up your ass.
I feel the same. I can't stand him. I hated to see how the lack of seriousness he approached the trial with. And I knew he was going to get off. I knew it would be fine. And now there's all this talk that they're gonna try him again and all this stuff. Forget it. It's just, they claim, one person I talked to said there was no evidence.
Give me a break.
How is there no evidence?
Give me a break. I can't with it.
I can't believe that they even deliberated that long.
I know. Well, and then I was watching MSNBC, as I'm wont to do, and they were like, well, they wanted to get off for Father's Day. I'm like, this is too much. I can't.
Okay.
I can't.
No, another failure of a jury.
Yep.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you. And it's terrible. It sends out a horrible message to the other women out there who maybe this person, whether they're an exec or someone, who they haven't come out about them because they feel like they're going to get exactly where these girls have ended up. Horrible.
It's like these women are manipulated, and then this guy is like the most famous man that she knows. She's not going to give up that relationship when she's at the school. It's just like, it's so much more complex than a black and white, he raped me and now I'm never going to see him again. There's so much more involved. The stakes are so high. And a lot of people don't come out that quickly. It's like they have to process what happened to them. It's really upsetting.
Do you think they're going to try him again?
I think they're going to try him again because they've already said that they're going to, but I don't know how that's going to play out. I don't think it's going to work out well.
With those types of trials, I wonder about jury selection. Like, how do you find people, especially at this point?
It's fascinating, isn't it? It's so fascinating.
Like, who are these people?
Have you ever heard of the Jello and the pudding? Nope, I've never heard of Jello or pudding. Yeah. Great. I mean, it's like, I don't know. Also,
did you ever watch the #1 show on NBC? Oh, no.
I know. Seriously, did you have a childhood? I don't know. But the wife she drives me out of my mind. I can't. I'm like, how? You're silent. Your silence or your presence there supporting it. Like, but then it's although I don't want to bash women because it's a terrible position to be in. But man, that guy's a schmuck. That guy is a schmuck.
But she's no better than him.
No, she's kind of co-signing on it.
Yeah, I mean, she should have blew the whole thing up and left. What does she have to stay married to him for? I don't. That's what I don't understand. Especially older people. What is the value in staying married?
I don't know. It's so complicated. And I feel like at that point for her, just take his residual money and run. Like, just leave him. What are you going to do with him? Like, were they not living at the same home? I'm really shocked with how he got away with all of that. Or she knew.
Oh, yeah.
She knew.
She knew. Allegedly. But yeah, that's kind of what we
I hope she has someone
week.
on the side.
Yeah, there's going to be some type of setup there. I mean,
there's a setup. There's a honeypot. There's a Lena Dunham honeypot.
Good tie-in.
Nice tie-in.
And that concludes that topic. Let's look at someone we haven't heard from in a long time. Friend of the show, I wish. Amanda Bynes.
Oh, God.
Yes. Oh, I wish the show was around when she was lighting sticks on fire in Thousand Oaks in someone's driveway, and she was in hot tubs in Vegas. Like, this girl's literally all over the world. Like, people are posting things about, there's Amanda in a wig. Now she's over here.
Jesus.
Now she's over here. I miss those days. I hated to see someone go down so hard. But, I mean, where's the latest mess? She was the last great mess.
She was the Forget Lindsay. It's all about Amanda. Well, Sign me up for Amanda.
See, Lindsay is my idol. So
I'm sorry. I love Amanda, though. I mean, but Grant, she's doing Holly's Scoop, so I think you can definitely get her at Grant's Rants.
I would hope so.
I was like, that's your debut?
I know. She could have got so much money for her first interview in 4 years.
Baba Wawa would have done it.
Oh, God. Oh, Lord. Does she even know who that is?
At least Anderson, or maybe a Kathy Griffin redemption interview.
Oh, I was thinking they could put her on, like, Access Hollywood Live.
Come on, at least.
At least. You know what I mean? Yeah.
It's offensive what they did. That woman has no business conducting that kind of an interview.
I know. That girl who interviewed her, they clearly were friends, because they said that the interviewer invited Lindsay to a holiday party, so it was something about her having to be comfortable.
I heard that.
You know,
that's a 3 Scoops interview for Diana. Yes. Just so sad. It was really, and I didn't feel like Diana had very much interview experience at all.
No.
I'm like, stick to your gossip. You're not actually suited to interact with the gossip.
Yeah. I adjusted in the chair and paid attention when she said, all right, let's talk about some of the embarrassing stuff. Now, I've never heard of a transition like that in an interview. I mean, okay. But
wait, how about this segment when she's like, and these friends of yours, Demi Lovato, Selena Gomez. And I can't remember who the third person was, but she's like, Miley. Never met any of these people in my life.
She didn't know any of them. Oh, so funny. And who put that together?
Oh my
Someone
God.
actually produced that segment.
Can I also say, Diana was wearing this blouse that was it's this new blouse that women are wearing. It's this puffy blouse. And I'm not doing you any favors. This is the scoop of your life, and you're in a Seinfeld puffy blouse. I can't.
I couldn't figure out which one had more work done between the two of them.
What do you mean? Oh my God. Amanda, I'm slow it down with the Botox. She's a cute girl.
Yeah.
She doesn't need the work.
Yeah. She seemed so nervous in this interview in the beginning. And she was very careful with what she said. She was trying to be very polite. But when they talked about, they mentioned, they were talking the quote embarrassing stuff. I was like, okay, all they did was talk about one of her tweets. I was like, what about everything that happened for a year?
You mean murder my vagina?
Yeah.
I've sent that text.
Didn't she want to clarify what she meant about her father more than once?
She didn't want to do it on Holly's Scoop. Okay, that's the truth.
Amanda Bynes, you have an open invitation to come to Studio G in West Hollywood, California.
And describe your new clothing line.
Yeah.
We all want to know.
Yeah, and
is it going to be slouchy lace tops like the one she was wearing? Jeez.
I don't know. Hasn't she been in school for years and years? I'm wondering what's going on.
Isn't she close to 40? I'm confused.
I think she's my age.
Oh, stop. So
no,
about
hold on. Let's figure it out.
A late 22? A fresh 22?
How old is Amanda Bynes?
Oh!
Amanda Bynes is 31.
Okay.
She's 31. Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you,
She looked
Siri.
like a 31.
She looks a little more than that. It's too bad because she was cute. I grew up watching the Amanda Show, and I loved her playing
she
all the
was so
characters. She had such a
good.
future.
She was so good. What about the movie with Colin Firth? I want to remember what it was called.
Someone listening knows, and they're pissed that I don't. Let me
I'm
look it up.
pissed.
Colin Firth. I'm not saying it to Siri because she'll screw it up.
She has a crush on Colin Firth, and don't we all?
Amanda Bynes. The movie name is What a Girl Wants.
What
Yes.
a Girl Wants. Oh, what a great
Someone's
song.
so
What a
pissed
great
is listening.
movie.
Yes.
I'm pissed. That was a classic. Like, I remember her highlights in that film. She was fantastic.
Yes.
Great acting, too. Charisma.
Yeah, you wonder where these girls would be now. You know,
With
like
a little gentle parenting.
well, yeah, like a lot of people say that Emma Stone stole Lindsay's career. I don't know if she really stole it. I mean, she worked for what she got.
That's so interesting. I don't know if I would say Lindsay. I'm now thinking, now that Amanda Bynes is part of this conversation, maybe she stole Amanda's career. Lindsay's not that funny. I mean, her life is funny, except for Liz and Dick was one of the funniest things I've ever seen. But
I refuse to acknowledge that piece of work.
oh my God, I want to watch it tonight. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get Chinese and watch that.
By the way, I have to shout out to Lindsay. Congratulations on getting the second season of a show that hasn't aired the first, called Sick Day or Sick or something.
God.
Over in the UK. I wish her nothing but the best.
Oy.
So I love following her on Instagram. There's just something about her.
Do you live for it? I can't. I feel bad for her.
Well, she's really it looks good from the outside anyway. Who knows? But Amanda Bynes in this very safe interview did drop a bombshell.
Oh, God.
I guess to no one but her. But she's returning to acting and she's gonna start guesting on shows she's a fan of and maybe even get a show starring her. And immediately I thought, like, who's going to, and this is not a mean thing, but like same thing happened to Lindsay with all the insurance. Who's going to take on that responsibility?
She's a white woman. She's not Charlie Sheen. I don't know who she thinks she is. Also, your impression of her was spot on.
Oh, I don't know. I was doing this.
Oh,
is just
God.
me.
It was just like a very stoic, like oh, guys, and guess what? I'm like, she practiced that about 5 times before she went on
yeah,
air.
it was so rehearsed.
It was so sad.
And the host, what's her name? You know the name of the host.
Diana.
The Diana of
God,
the
that
Holly
nose
School.
job. Jeez.
She was
see
like,
my
she
reflection in
literally
that nose
almost
job.
fell off the chair. It was such an over false reaction.
How about their hugs?
Oh, yeah.
Their hugs were so uncomfortable. It was like,
That's when the girls put their top and bottom teeth together to smile. It's like as phony as can be. But I watched the interview. I couldn't believe it got picked up on Good Morning America. I mean, that's when you know, I guess, Amanda Bynes could possibly do something.
she's having a comeback. I'm on board. Amanda, if you want to do a part in a film, just let me know.
Oh, what an invitation.
I got you, girl. I know you're listening to Grant's Rants.
Who isn't? The new voiceover. I mean, come on.
I'm listening to Grant's Rants. I can't stop listening to Grant's Rants.
Well, thank you.
Thank you for that ab flash, by the way. Grant has some pretty serious abs. Everyone
wish.
should know that.
I'm actually conducting this podcast in my bathing suit.
And I'm so glad I get to sit across from you.
It's hot as hell here.
It's really hot.
Whew, we got to do Grant's Rants because someone's going on vacation. So I gotta
It's
keep
not me.
moving.
It's you.
Yes. So I don't know, Amanda. Good luck. I don't know if she has these gigs lined up to make guest appearances in shows, or if she's just putting it out there. Like, she didn't name any of the projects. It seems to be like, it's like if I was saying like, oh yeah, I'm gonna guest on a few podcasts when I have literally 0 lined up to guest on, but I would do it if asked.
Someone should ask you immediately. I think that if I was supposed to. What?
I've never been asked. I've asked over 40
way.
people have been on this show.
You're
I've never
lying.
been asked to do a podcast for someone else. It's
They're
true.
jealous. That's it. That's all I can think of. If I ever had a podcast first guest, hands down.
Oh, well, thank you.
That's a handshake.
I do the AfterBuzz, so I've done plenty of podcasts, but never have I been like a guest, except for one that I invited myself on. And that show is no longer in existence, like C-Spot Talk, and shout out to them for, the time. And I went out with my friends from AfterBuzz. We had a great time, but it is no more. So, if you're looking for a guest.
Can't think of a better one.
Well, thank you. Let's take a look at these for your consideration campaigns.
Oy.
The amount of money that goes into these Emmy campaigns, there are 19,000 members of the TV Academy who vote, but you might think the whole city of LA is eligible because it is taken over. Billboards, commercials. I mean, I don't know about commercials, kind of. Yeah, I mean, the skin or the wallpaper on every website.
Can't go anywhere.
No, you can't go anywhere.
Can't do anything.
I drove by a bus yesterday in the valley.
Uh-oh. What were you doing out there?
Lost my work, unfortunately.
You got lost.
But not for the job, but for the location. I don't do the valley. But it had SNL on the front and back of the bus, and then Fallon on one side, and then the other one, Seth Meyers on the other.
He really is just the other one, isn't he?
The other one, yeah.
The other one.
So they were really getting their money's worth for this bus wrap. And so it's literally everywhere. I love seeing TV advertisement around the city because it reminds me that, like, we are here. This is Hollywood. It is nice. It's better than, like, I go home and I see, the lawyer commercial.
I literally don't know what you see when you go home, but I'm fascinated by the idea of it.
Oh, not much. Like local lawyers.
Oh my God, that's so good. I bet the songs are really good. I live for shit like that. Like, sign me up. Selena and Barnes. Don't make me do it. Once I got matched on an app with a lawyer from Selena and Barnes. I was like,
good thing you were matched.
Thank God. I was so excited about it. Then I promptly deleted the app, but hey, if you're listening, I don't remember your name, but
Selena and Barnes, for those who don't know, because we've got I'm telling you, the show's doing really well internationally. So I must say,
I love it. Give them a shout out. Maybe a new sponsor.
Selena and Barnes, injury attorneys, 100-8888. No, they do injury, but they're in New York and LA, and they're all over the place, and you cannot escape because they literally sponsor everything local.
Oh my God!
So you're just your typical lawyer, sponsoring everything. But anyway, Emmy nominations are coming up.
That's where we were.
Can you explain what these for your consideration campaigns entail?
It's so much. I cannot believe how much money they're spending on it. I mean, it's just, as you said, for the 19,000 people to be nominated. And there are so many shows now. I think that's why it feels like it's everywhere. Because Netflix and Amazon, and you have all the cable shows, the network shows. And it's just like, yeesh, I need a break. Yeah. I don't know if anyone's paying attention to them. Like, there's a Master of None one on Sunset, and I'm like, it has some quote from the show, and then, like, in size 12 font at the bottom, Master of None, and I'm like, well, who are you helping right now? Who is that helping?
That's so
the color
LA.
Yellow? I don't know.
That's so LA. There are some billboards that have no words on them, and it's just a picture of someone in, like, a white on white sneaker, and it's like, what is that?
What is that?
Who cares? Who's gonna remember that? But yeah,
is that a Yeezy reference?
Probably some crap. So yeah, there's so many shows, and if you were a member of the Academy, why don't you just vote for which show is your favorite?
Come on. But I think the point is that there are so many shows out there that you don't even know what's on. I don't even know it's overwhelming. Too much content.
It really is, and it's more competitive than ever. And now people are having to get creative with how to market these shows, not to watch, but just to get votes from these 19,000 people. They're spending huge money on campaigns.
I love this. I love this bit that you're doing. It is so funny.
Oh, good.
I'm sorry.
No, but I mean, this Handmaid's Tale.
Oy.
I have not watched The Handmaid's Tale, but now I'm curious. They're paying these local actresses, I guess, to dress up as handmaids.
Come on.
Yeah, to sit on benches, to walk around LACMA, to walk around malls, outdoor spaces, and they're actually getting thrown out. The LACMA, the LA Contemporary Museum of Art, threw them out from the lanterns. And the Hollywood Forever Cemetery asked them to leave because they said that we're not affiliated with these shows.
I know. I think that's really bold. Some casting directors like, oh, and what have you done? Oh, I see that you did the Runyon Handmaidens for your consideration. Saw that. That was nice.
These poor girls, I don't know what they're getting paid.
It's hot outside, too. Hot. That's a material that does not breathe.
Ooh, they're in a white bonnet, a red, like a full red.
Nothing sexy about that look.
And they can't talk.
They can't talk or wear makeup. Jeez, that's a punishment in itself.
There really is a punishment job. In the heat, having to walk, you're going to walk around Runyon Canyon. And
I don't know. I mean, wouldn't those bitches be at Runyon anyway?
Yeah,
like they're just there anyway.
Yeah.
Now they're getting paid to be there.
What do you think? Like a day rate of like $150?
I think it's a $150.
Yeah,
I'm going to put it more at a $125. That's my guess.
Yeah,
maybe deferred payment though.
Ooh, that's really. I don't know if it's worth it then. But they are getting buzz. I mean, people all over social media, even people that I know here are like, oh, here's a random handmaid like running around La
Because
Cienega.
it's so La Cienega. It's so jarring to see it. And I mean, I've seen a few episodes of the show. The show is jarring. And the contrast they have between what the world was to what the world is with The Handmaid's Tale it's scary.
Interesting. I kind of want to see it, but I don't know if it's for me.
I don't know if it's for you either. But I think you'd like one episode. Why not?
Yeah.
There's some hot guys on that show.
The Americans, they're trying something different too with these shocking images of U.S. landmarks with the Russian flag on them. And they're digital and print, so they're all over L.A. and New York. And they're driving people to this website, therussiansarehere.org.
Oh my God, that's what that is. I was watching MSNBC. I thought it was some pack. Like, I need to come back to this. I did not know that it was for that.
If you go, it's full of promotional materials and full episodes. I actually didn't check it out because I think it's kind of like crappy. Like, I think it's kind of lousy to do.
Well, I really thought it was a political action committee. I really genuinely did. Bravo to them. And they're putting it on the right network. All the liberals in Hollywood, we all watch MSNBC and we're all voting. 19,000 people watching MSNBC and voting for the TV Academy.
So yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm not voting. I don't really know. I don't know. I'm looking forward to getting the screeners at work. That's about the only thing I care about for your consideration stuff, because I can get those and watch them. Which I have everything on the television.
Whatever, it's exciting. I'm sure everyone in Rhode Island is jealous about it.
But yeah, back home,
I genuinely feel like a lot of people are only friends with me to get the SAG screeners to borrow them. I'm like, hey, they have that like encrypted now. Like,
wow.
It's serious stuff.
Damn. This, for your consideration stuff, would be understandable if it was for more than one awards, but it's literally just for the Emmys.
Yes, these are television shows. Yeah. This is their moment.
Yes, and more goes into marketing a film than the actual budget of the film, and I'm sure the same for these. If you add marketing
100%.
and if you add like regular marketing,
the marketing is more expensive.
And then for your consideration. The packaging that you get when you get these screeners is unbelievable too. It's like state-of-the-art boxes with shiny all this and holographics and all.
Well, I like a good package.
Good for you.
Thank you.
Good for you. You know what? You appreciate a good thing.
Had to get that in.
Yeah. All right. Well, when we return, we're going to take a look at a project that Marisa's been working on, producing, and I want to get a full update on this. We spoke about it a while ago, and I want to get an update on that, about her film company, and more. So stick around, kids.
You're listening to Grant's Rants. Subscribe and spread the word.
There are a lot more rants to come.
Listen anytime on all major podcasting platforms.
And now, back to the show.
And we're back talking with Marisa Gooderman.
Oh, you got it right. Thanks, Grant.
Yes, of course. Let's talk about your projects.
Let's talk about it.
And tell me, what is Double G Films?
Thank you so much for asking. It's not a porn company, although many people have asked.
Really?
Yes, it's such a great
people
name.
Are so close-minded.
People think,
really?
Oh yes. Well, it's a pun because I have huge boobs.
Exactly.
So
yes.
I mean, we're asking for it.
Microphone.
Oh my God! And as I said, it looks fantastic right there.
Even from here, it looks great. Just bring it.
Oh my! I'm getting embarrassed. I hardly feel that way ever. But there's something about Double G that sounds like a 70s porn company, which is just fantastic. And Keith is my other G. Keith Gerchak. He is my life partner in so many words.
Nice,
and so we have the company together.
Nice. How did this come about?
We love to tell this story. I feel like I'm gesturing to Keith.
You are. You are.
Keith and I spend every day together, like from the moment we wake up in the morning, we're texting, to the moment we go to sleep. We always do all of our calls together. People are shocked. Like, it's always the both of us on the phone. They're like, are you ever apart? And it's like, no, if I could help it, I would have a cot right next to Keith just to keep it profesh. And we always say that the relationship works so well because we don't have sex. So
yeah, I believe that. Yeah, that will complicate things.
we have a bank account, a shared bank account. It's just like, it's my most serious relationship.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
Well, it's great that in this business you can find someone you can trust implicitly like that.
Honestly, it makes the world of difference. I just feel really lucky. Like, Keith and I are, well, actually, the story of how we met is pretty great. So we're both actors, and we met each other at an audition. We were auditioning for the same part for a short, funny Jewish person. It was in a pilot that didn't get picked up.
Like a token Jew role?
Token Jew role.
A short, funny Jew. Okay. It could be man or woman. It didn't even matter.
Totally. It didn't. And so I usually don't like people in the waiting room, but Keith and I had like a rapport, and the same way you and I have a great rapport. And we went out to coffee afterwards, and we both had written pilots at that time, and we read each other's work after the coffee, and I was like, look, I have this idea for a movie, and I think we're the same person, and I think we should do this together. And honestly, we have been tied at the hip ever since.
Wow.
I feel really lucky.
Yeah.
I feel really, really lucky.
That's great. So with this company, what have you been working on? I know that you talked to me at your birthday months ago.
Yes.
About
Thank
this
you.
project that you've been working on.
This is our baby. She's about to give birth, or I'm about to give birth. Yeah. Who's giving birth?
What is the name of the project?
The name of the project is Lost and Found in Cleveland. So when I met Keith, I had this idea for a movie since I was 16 about Antiques Roadshow. And I love people watching. Like, people are my favorite scenery. And
the people watching in the lines of Antiques Roadshow.
the lines of
Antiques.
Aren't they something else? Like your Hawaiian print, your Lane Bryant.
Yes,
like
all shapes and sizes.
All shapes and sizes. And so I said to Keith, like, look, I'm from LA. Like, I don't think that Antiques Roadshow is really about LA. And he's like, well, I'm from Cleveland. And we were like, and that's the film. Antiques Roadshow coming to Cleveland. So Antiques Roadshow is called Lost and Found in the film. And we took like a month to write the film. Our writing process is like, we literally write every single word together, and we act it out because we're actors. So we took a month, wrote the script, and then we were like, let's go to Sundance, because that's what people do. And we just like randomly went to Sundance, met a financier, and the financier was like, okay, well, you need a director and you need cast. And we were like, sure, we're going to do all of that. And he's like, and this is the budget of your movie. And so we kind of like just went on this odyssey together of pulling the film and each part of it together. And then it was like a year and a half into the process when the Cleveland Film Commissioner was like, just want to let you know that you're producing your film. And we were like, wait, what? No, like somebody else is going to produce it. And now like we're producers, and I fucking love it.
Wow, that's
I love
great.
it.
So they reached out to you to tell you were producing the film?
No, it was over many meetings of getting to know
the film commission.
Yes. I mean, Cleveland at this point is a second home. So
really, yeah.
I love it there. I know. It's like this girl from LA loves Cleveland. I am telling you, I feel very attractive in Cleveland, inside and out. But I spent so much time there, and so we got to know him pretty well. And he was like, "Yeah, you're producing this movie."
Well, it sounds like a pretty good timeline for independent. I mean, these things can go on forever. Before you get even the word production even comes up.
Oh, well, we've been saying the word production. It's our favorite word to say. I think what was so great about this process is that we didn't know what we were doing. So we embraced that idea fully. I was like, oh, raise $3 million? Sure, I can raise $3 million. And so ignorance has been bliss in this. And this industry is so difficult that it was really nice to have joy in the process of what we're doing. Mm-hmm. So yeah, it's taken a long time. Like finding the director was a 6-month process. We interviewed directors. They were like, well, the 10-year-old boy should be 30 and autistic. And we're like, no, that's not right. So each part of it is like, it's like you're a Cinderella and finding your glass slipper, and each cast member, each location, each crew member, it's been really kismet how we found them. Mm-hmm. It's been wonderful, but long.
Yeah. How do you go about raising money for a film?
Thank you for asking.
I'm so curious.
There's no one way to do it. And so at the beginning, I told you there was this financier, and he was like, you have a $3 million film. And we were like, cool, whatever that means. So we're like, all right, well, does that mean you're going to write us the check? And it was that confidence of, oh, this is the person that's going to write us a check. Financier is kind of like this middleman that brings the money to you. But because I thought that I was getting a check at the end of that process, like I would walk around and set up meetings and be like, I have $3 million. And now I really do have $3 million, but it takes every part of you to imagine who would like this film. So who likes antiques and who likes Cleveland or who is interested in the film industry. And it's knocking on every door. We've had our money. We've lost it 10 times. And it's just the Hillary Clinton in us to get back up and keep going. But raising money is one of the hardest things I've ever done. Wow. It's really difficult.
Yeah, because you have to literally ask people for money.
You have to be shameless, but at the same time, like, I believe in what I'm doing so much that I don't feel like I'm asking for money. I'm asking for you to believe in this project that I think is going to be really successful and a great opportunity to be a part of. See, Grant, don't you want to invest in the film?
You're selling me. I'm be my little Studio G. I have to give it up for this.
I love Studio G.
No, that's great. I mean, what an accomplishment is to raise $1 million. I imagine couldn't be easy. So
you know what? I think once you get to $1 million, it's just like you might as well raise 3. So it just is. That's the footprint of the film. Everyone was like, can you get it down to a smaller budget? Like, you can't. At some point, a building is a certain size. And this film is a certain size because it's 5 different storylines and they all meet up at the road show. So it's a big film. I mean, it's relatively small for a film, but it has big ambitions. There's a huge cast and like we're putting on our own antiques fair. So we're bringing in people from the public. I'm getting Clevelanders to come in. Like we're getting the local galleries to be a part of it. It's a big film.
Wow.
And Cleveland's really interesting. It's like Los Angeles in that like there are different neighborhoods and the neighborhoods look very different. So we're shooting in each of the different neighborhoods.
A lot of locations.
A lot of locations. Not a cheap film.
I love films that have the multiple stories, multiple people.
Yeah.
Like Rat Race is one of my favorites.
I love Rat Race. I'm so glad that you said that. I love Rat Race. I was just showing Keith that trailer the other day.
Oh, brilliant.
It's so
brilliant.
funny.
Yes.
I'm a big John Lovitz fan.
Okay.
I mean, anything.
Yeah.
Love and Lovitz.
Yes. Did you ever watch the Brady Bunch movies growing up?
Duh, please. Yes. Wait, who? Gary Cole. Gary Cole as the dad. Love it so much.
Yes.
My dad really looks like Greg Brady. That's
really?
I wish this was a visual. We could do a side by side, but Barry does look just like what was his name?
Oh.
Was it?
Oh, my
The
mother
dad
would
was,
know.
yeah. Should we text her? My mother would know. Your mother might like my dad.
She loves herself some Brady Bunch. She was here when my grandmother was here. We went by the original Brady Bunch house, and she said, I could just stay here all day and just stare at this house. And I was like, it's an exterior. Like, it's not even the real thing.
But
she loved it, though. So it was the least I could do.
I love that.
Yeah.
It's important because stuff like that, people grow up with stuff like that. And
it's so true.
It feels like part of their history.
Yeah, that's so true. I want to know more about this film.
Sure.
And just you're approaching production. So how are you going about coordinating all of this?
It's exhausting. But the thing is that Keith and I have been doing this for so long. So we've had the locations for a long time now, and they're stunning locations. I don't know if you're at all familiar with Cleveland, but there's this West Side Market that's just beautiful. I mean, it's this huge arch and it's stunning. It's stunning. I feel very lucky to get to shoot there. And then we're shooting at this place called the Playmore Estate, which is this gorgeous estate from the turn of the last century. And it's got molding and it has frescoes and it's so cool. And you're like, how is all of this in Cleveland? Still, we're shooting at like these diners that look like they are from the 50s and they are unbelievable. It feels like a time capsule. I feel very lucky. So in that respect, like, we've been working for a really long time at this, and every part of the film is just something that we've come up with. So it's a lot of different pieces, but they're all coming together. We're going to Cleveland in July to do our soft prep trip with the director.
That's so exciting.
It's really
especially
exciting.
To walk into these locations and say, this is locked. This is where we're filming these scenes.
Yep.
Like to really know it.
And the
to know
people
what you
could
have.
not be more excited to let us shoot there. They're like, of course. I mean, they're excited for the film to come. I think the film is going to be great for the city. I'm just thrilled.
That's great.
Thank you.
I'm really genuinely so excited for you. That's
Thank
so
you.
cool. And it all just came together, and you've probably learned so much.
Oh
doing
my
this.
God. I think, whatever I would have spent on a master's degree at USC, I'm much happier that I was able to do it for myself.
Yeah.
It's been
definitely.
a lot of ups and downs, but it's very exciting to be at this point.
Yeah. How do you keep going with this project? Like when you have, I'm sure
It's
like
a marathon.
at all times, not at all times, but at some point, you do reach a point where it's like, is this even going to happen?
Right.
Like, how do you just keep pushing?
Yeah, I mean, I think that there are some days where it's like one day we lost an investor and it had been something that we had been working on for 6 months. And it was like really shady what happened. And it was shocking and it's devastating. But like I was saying earlier, there's a Hillary Clinton resiliency to both Keith and myself where it's like, I believe in this so fundamentally. I know that this movie is supposed to happen. I feel so passionate about it that like I'm going to keep fighting for it until we're there because I love it. And now I love the city and like I want this movie to happen for everyone who believes in this movie. So it feels like a cause to me at this point.
Yeah. It's like a movement, really. You
It
have to
does
get
feel
done.
like a movement and we're also doing other projects at the same time, just in different stages of development, whether writing. It's nice because producing is, especially when you're talking about money so often, it's like not my favorite thing. So it's nice to get to be creative and to do other projects.
Yeah. So how many other irons do you have on the fire within the company?
We have 7 projects total. One project is a personal project. It's a pilot about my grandmother.
Oh, it sounds like something I would do.
I think you would love it. I'm really excited about that one. And then another movie after this that I think we're going to go into once we're done with Lost and Found.
Great.
Yeah, it's nice. It's all about building relationships so that you get to do it more.
Yeah. Oh, I so admire you for like starting this from like an idea literally in a coffee shop to now you're employing all these people for this
Thank
film.
you.
And
It's exciting.
yeah, that's
It's
great.
You know what? Forget Trump. Films are bringing jobs to Ohio.
There you go.
There you go. We don't need that.
No waiting for these companies
Cold
to
jobs.
reopen.
Yep.
Yeah.
They're not coming back. But the film industry is.
Yeah. Good for you. The state of Rhode Island where I grew up, they taped the Body of Proof on ABC.
Cool.
They had a studio there and they revoked for second season all the tax breaks they gave them. So it was cheaper for them to tape that show in Burbank.
Burbank. Why did they do that?
I know, in Burbank of all places. And so, because LA is expensive, especially back when that show was on, they didn't have the Film LA setup they had now. It's actually better. It's a little better, I think.
Yeah,
to
it
film
is
here,
better. Yeah.
than it was like 5-6 years ago, right? Am I right?
Wow. I
So, yeah,
can't
so they
believe
screwed
that they
themselves
pulled
out of a
the
whole
tax
industry.
incentive. Yep. They did.
So,
They did. That incentive is so important.
Yeah, so it was vital. So they were like, we're not paying this, we're out. And I guess they didn't realize how easy it is for them just to move a show. And so all those people who moved there are out.
I know.
So it's, what a mess. But like you said, this show is almost like a cause. I know you're very politically savvy and you believe so strongly in the future and
Thank you.
women. And I want to know your thoughts on, not necessarily, because we're not going to get into thoughts on everything now, but I just want to know like what drives you to have such a strong passion for politics?
That's such a good question. And I'm not really sure other than it's like fundamentally who I am. I was the president of my high school. Like it's just really, I'm a student council person. So I believe in trying to help something. I believe in the charisma of the people that go out there and do it. This is in my 5th grade yearbook, I wrote that Hillary Clinton was my role model. And it's just true for me. She's been a role model for me for so long. And to grow up seeing her being the first lady and trying to achieve things as the first lady was very inspiring for me. And I have then grown up to see her do so many different things. So she's just been a wonderful role model. I think I also, those are the wonderful parts of politics that I like, where somebody continues to fight for what they believe in, no matter how difficult it is. But I think I love politics in the way that I like theater. It's interesting. It's compelling. It's performance. It's so much perception. I am sucked into that because we were talking about reality TV, and I'm like, this is the best reality TV going on right now. It is theater being played out for all of us. And it's
daily. It's like a daily soap opera.
And now
5 days a week, there's some crazy thing either about to happen or something was revealed.
Totally.
Or someone's speaking out.
Totally. But it's so, as an actor for me, it's very interesting to see somebody go out there and put on a performance, and the performance is to achieve something, to elicit a response from somebody. I think that's a really interesting thing to watch unfold. I think it's too much that way. But I love politics. Like it's the first thing I want to watch in the morning, and when I go to bed, I want to watch it too. But I also went to Berkeley. I like protesting. Like,
yeah, it's in your blood.
I'm not a Bernie person, but
No, yeah.
if you couldn't tell.
I would be remiss if I didn't mention the scene that everyone mentions. Do you want to talk about it?
You can if you want to. I always get really embarrassed about it, but I'm happy to talk about it.
Okay, yeah. Well, so tell us, you were in The 40-Year-Old Virgin.
Yes.
And when was this?
Yes.
When was this?
This was in 2006 or 2005. It was the blowjob scene from The 40-Year-Old Virgin.
Full mouth of braces. And
Full mouth of braces. Thank you. It is what currently I'm most well known for, which is I really hope will change after the film comes out.
Yeah, I think so.
I
Enough
think
time
so.
has passed. Yeah, but what do you want to say about that experience?
It was a really interesting time. It was just it was right when everybody was starting. It was the first film that Judd Apatow had done, and it was really cool to get to be a part of that, and to see all of those people's careers launch after that was really interesting.
People who are in there now in that movie have just
Huge.
been everywhere.
Yeah.
So this scene. You're about to practice oral sex off camera. We don't see it. But how do you go about telling people that you're in a movie and then knowing what it is? Like, how did you go about, like, grandmother? You know what I mean?
I sat in between two of my grandmothers when we went to go see the movie. So my grandmother was married 7 times. So they know what that is. But yeah, I mean, I think everyone knew it was going to be a really big movie, so it was less about that scene itself and more about, like, oh, this is pretty cool. Plus, it's, like, a memorable scene.
Very, yeah.
Auditioning for it was pretty funny. Like, I actually got down on my knees in the room, and, like, Judd Apatow was there, and Steve Carell, and Seth Rogen. They were all in the room for it.
You probably just went for it, jumped in, and got it.
And I don't know if I'd given a blowjob at that time.
No method acting then at that point.
It was a lot of creative acting. Like, I think this is what happened.
Well, God, I just love talking with you so much.
Me too. This has been so fun.
You totally get it, and this needs to be more of you, and I'm really happy for your success.
Thank you.
With this film. And we'll have to keep an eye on it. You'll have to come back to the show and fill us in.
I will. Maybe I'll bring Keith.
Yeah. We want to talk more about the film. When is the production starting?
In the fall.
Okay. Oh, well, that's right around the corner.
Soon.
Yes.
I know. Sneeze and it's going to be here.
Yeah. Well, good luck to you with that.
Thank you.
And we'll keep up with you. Anything you would like to promote? Social media? Anything?
Oh, I'm not really big on social media. I guess I should do that more. I don't know. I write little statuses on Facebook for myself.
Yeah, me too.
So add me on Facebook. That's not weird. Add my personal Facebook account.
Well, we'll have to keep up with the film. Is there a website or anything?
There will be a website. Right now, it's our doublegfilms.com.
Okay. Well, you can find that information in the description of this episode. Marisa, thanks for coming in and ranting with me. God, we talked about a lot.
Oh, my God. I was so excited. This made my whole week.
Yes.
Thank you.
Oh, well, that's so kind of you. This was such a good one. I love this show. So
you're a good one.
Thank you. Please continue to support the rants, as there are a lot more to come. Tell a friend about the show so they find it and can enjoy it as much as you have. We'll be back with more episodes coming up.
This has been Grant's Rants. Support the Rants on Patreon. Follow us on Twitter @It'sGrantsRants.
Cover art created by RHONY. Voiceover by Aw Yeah. Original theme music composed by Alexander Arntzen. The Grant Michael Collection.